Welcome back to Crossroads. You may have seen some new artwork for the city of Marion, but if not, we have some guests with us who will help us roll it out.
Yeah, it does kind of take a village to create a new brand, and we have some people here who are behind that. Layla Price right here in the middle is with the city's Marketing and Community Development Division, Professor Herb Peterson from Art Division in IWU, and Mayor Jess Alumbaugh. So Herb, let's start with you. A lot of students at IW worked on this project. The official title is the Marion Design Company. As quickly as you can, tell us how the city said, let's have a brand, and then what did you do to make that happen?
Yeah, between myself, Wendy Puffer, and Luke Onspach, we kind of came together as faculty to kind of create an immersive learning experience for our students. And as we were seeking out projects, somehow we got connected with the mayor's office and Layla Price, and we're able to kind of start discussing some of the needs. And it made sense, the idea of a new brand that they were needing, that the city was needing, and the type of work that we were
got
conducting.
some show and tell here, and I want you to, Herb, walk us through as best you can in 15 seconds, 5,000 hours of work. Let's just see, as you start with a brand, now that's the end game, but we're gonna go to an image that shows kind of the early stages of it. Everybody sees the end product there and it's gorgeous, but real quickly, what are we looking at there? Because it's hieroglyphics to some of us.
Right. So what you're seeing are multiple images that came from all kinds of shapes and forms that came from many, many words that were gathered from many individuals from the community. Ideas of home and the idea of being rooted, the idea of all of us being assets to one another, that together as a whole we make up our community and make up the mark. So these are the early iterations that we kind of worked with. We wanted to have a strong foundation, the idea of moving forward, the idea of really casting into something new, like new growth. So the new mark kind of starts to really fall out and come out of the smaller mark there that looks like a perfect square M.
Yeah, and Layla, so what does this mean to get this help from these students and professors for the community of Marion?
I'm telling you what, these kids, students, young adults, professors, they are just amazing, and we really value the partnership. And I just, we went many years with just having a slogan for an identifier. So it was very important for us to have City of Marion and have that belonging, sense of foundation. And they recognized that right away. And we set up a great workshop for them right downtown Marion. So they're not just sitting on campus trying to, get to know Marion. They are in Marion and getting to know the community. So it was a great experience on both ends.
You make a great point that many people on social media or whatever have seen just the one logo that we started with, but there's a campaign here, and I know we have a few more images that we could have. Layla, very quickly, what does it mean when you take this to the next step? We've got this brand, and then what?
Well, really, we're trying to focus inward with our community and help our community understand that this is their brand. And so there's a slow rollout process there. We're not going to give away how we're going to be rolling out some things in the future, but that's really the most important thing, is to be rooted first.
I have to ask the mayor this, and if we can make sure we get all those images in, because it's so much good work, and I want people to see that there's more than just the M. But as we're looking at that, Mayor Jess Alumbaugh, I've seen comments that said, well, and you've heard them too, we need streets, we need roads, we need jobs. What are we doing messing with artwork? So explain to that, answer that question. Why does a brand, why is it something we got to do?
Well, you need something that's an identifier to your community, that your community embraces. Herb shared with us and many of our citizens here in Marion that we introduced this to, that when Phil Knight of Nike was looking for a brand, the swoosh didn't come to him as something he readily accepted. And he actually paid the individual student at, I believe, Oregon University $35 for giving him that brand. He has since enhanced him somewhat more, but we don't need to ask a question when you see the swoosh. This is the brand, this is the identifier, that's Nike. There's no question what that belongs to. We hope this brand that the Indiana Wesleyan students and Herb and Wendy and the faculty here at Indiana Wesleyan came up with, we hope that becomes our identifier. It's very contemporary. It brings us up to date. It is an encouraging, uprising type brand, and that's how this city is going to be in the next few years. We're going to be a city on the rise.
And Herb, what are some other things that you guys are doing continually?
Within Marion Design Co. Currently we're working on revitalization efforts with downtown Marion and the kind of square. We're working on creating a whole new design plan, which is really exciting, working with Main Street Marion, the City of Marion, and a few other organizations to create standards, all the way down to talking about transportation and racial issues. We have a lot of projects that we're working on.
And it's a fascinating thing that we need to have you back for another segment, but how design can bring those bridges together. Design is
Absolutely.
part of communication, close to our heart. Thanks everyone for coming in. Sorry we don't have a lot of time,
Thank you, guys.
but people can go to city website and see different variations of this, or you'll see it rolled out over time.
Right now, the best way to see it and to learn more about it is to go to our Facebook page, Marion, Indiana City Hall.
There you go.
They are also working on a new website, so just in case you can't get on the website at that moment in time, the Facebook page is the best way.
It's going to be exciting to see that go out to so many people.
Randall, real quickly, this was done at no cost to the city, Marion. We are very grateful to Indiana Wesleyan. This is one of many partnerships we will be doing with the university. Natural partnership that we should be capitalizing on is the bright young minds and the faculty here at Indiana Wesleyan. They can be a real asset to the city as well.
Very important point. Or you could pay $35 for the suite.
There you go.